See you later, alligator. Have the wild crocodile.
Hey there guys, it's Paul Archer from DronesGator.com, and this time around I have probably the cheapest GPS drone that actually works and you can find online right now. It's called the JJRC Tracker and you can check the description for its current price. And there's also an 18% coupon code in the description. There are 3 basic versions, with 1, 2 and 3 batteries. I recommend you get the one with 2 at least, and if you get the one with 3 batteries, you'll be able to fly for 30 minutes in total. By the way, I'll announce a giveaway for this drone at the end of the video, so stick till then if you want to get a chance to get this for free. Let's first see what's in the box. There's a small useful manual at first, and the other pieces are held by a couple of layers of soft foam. We have the drone itself, which at first touch feels very good quality because the plastic has a velvety coat. Next is the controller with the same good quality plastic feeling to it. More on it later. Here are the 3 batteries. Each one is 610 mAh, 2S, and they come with JST connectors. One battery should last for about 10 minutes. And what's really nice is that they also send a 3-way charger, so you can charge all 3 batteries at once. I recommend that you use a socket charger for it and not the laptop, or at least an USB 3.0 slot. There's also a set of spare propellers, screws and a phone mount, which doesn't look too bad. It holds the phone in place pretty well and I like that. The drone itself looks like a combination between, let's say, the DJI Spark and probably the Hubsan H55, but it's way cheaper than both. And why is it cheaper, you ask? Maybe it's bad quality? No, in fact it's cheaper because it has brushed motors instead of brushless. The difference between the two is that brushed motors don't last as much in time, but they are cheaper, so you can always replace them easily. However, this doesn't mean the drone won't fly well. I think brushed motors are actually perfect for a camera drone like this. I really like the overall design, especially this paint splash on top, which comes in either blue or yellow. We'll talk about the camera a little later. But for now, we can see that it's oriented at a slight angle, so it doesn't get the propellers in the shot, which is a smart idea. At the end of the arms there are 4 LEDs that signals different states the aircraft is in. I like that the propellers are bendable. This means less braking and less accidents. At the back there's a hatch where you can insert the battery pretty easily. At the bottom there's a microSD card slot, and you must insert one for the camera to record. However, a nice touch the guys at JJRC made is that the footage will save both on the microSD card and in your phone through the app, which is really nice because you'll always have a backup. The controller is working very well for me. It has a nice quality feel to it, and the sticks are very responsive and don't really have any dead spots. It uses 4 AA batteries and it can be turned on from this power button. I find it kind of funny that they put the JJRC logo over a place where a screen probably should have been, but it's not really an issue. The drone gets telemetry information on the application. Data like height, speed and more. I really like that the buttons have inscriptions, and from the top down we have the following controls. Top left is obviously the speed controls. It beeps once for low speed, twice for medium and 3 times for sport mode. If it's windy outside, I recommend at least 2 beeps. Here is a very easy to access return to home button, and guess what? It works every single time. I'm pretty impressed how this drone handles GPS, even better than a $200 drone that I've tried. However, there's a detail you must take note of. The return to home position records on the drone only 10 seconds after raising the drone from the ground. So you need to hold it in place for 10 seconds after liftoff to record the GPS position. In my 8 or so tries of return to home, it was very precise. The farthest range it landed was about 3 meters or so, which is pretty impressive in my opinion. There are 4 trimming buttons next to each stick, but I don't want to use it as it will hold its position anyway. On the left of the fake screen there is a calibration button. This is needed for calibrating the GPS before a flight. You press this button first and the drone will beep once for beginning the calibration. Then you have to turn the drone like this, counterclockwise a few times until you hear another beep, and then you put it nose up and turn it in the same direction a few times. You probably don't need to do this before every flight, but it's recommended. If you press the emergency stop and hold it for a little, it will stop the motors. It's helpful if you get it stuck in a tree or something. This is the start and stop button, basically for auto landing and takeoff. These two other are for taking photos and video, and the top one probably is put there to be symmetrical to the other side. I have no idea. Now to the more important part. The camera records HD 720p footage and it's pretty good quality. The details aren't stellar, but the colors are superb. As you can see in this video, I went pretty high with it and it stays very stable in the same spot. The maximum height is 100 meters and it can go about 150 meters in range. It can also take pretty nice photos and selfies, as you can see here. A thing that I noticed is that if you start the video from the button on the controller, it will stop automatically when you take a photo, but not when you start the video from the app itself. Just so you know. The app isn't laggy and shows important data like height, distance, the time spent flying, and how much battery the drone has. You can also check the photos and videos directly from your phone. Keep in mind that you need a phone that supports 5 GHz to connect to the drone Wi-Fi. Overall, I must say that this quadcopter is a must-buy. We're talking about a GPS drone that's like under $100 and works perfectly for what it is intended to do. This would probably be my top recommendation for this cheap GPS category for now. It's flying very stable and it doesn't do a toilet bowl move like a few other GPS drones I've tested, and the signal is pretty good. Just be careful, especially if you're from Europe, that your phone supports it. Americans should not have a problem with it whatsoever. I promised you a giveaway, so here it is. I will be giving away one of these beauties to one of you lucky fellows through the grace of the mighty GearBest. All you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, also leave a comment down below with whatever you want, and the winner will be randomly selected and announced in a secret video about 2 weeks from now. So I guess if you want to win, you have to watch every video from now on. See you later, alligator!
See you later, alligator.